Am I the whole if I report my neighbors to CPS? Background. I've lived in my current house for just over 5 years now. It's a modest little mid-terrace, nothing fancy, but it was supposed to be my safe place, somewhere quiet where I could manage my health without constant disruption. I'm disabled, living with 2 chronic pain conditions along with a laundry list of other health complications. I made the conscious decision not to have children. It wasn't a flippant choice, it was about survival. Firstly, I can barely look after myself most days. Secondly, I need far more rest than the average person, and any disruption to my sleep can set my pain levels and fatigue into overdrive for days, sometimes weeks. My home is my sanctuary, and peace isn't a luxury for me. It's a medical necessity. Or at least that was the plan. The problem: my immediate neighbors are a family, dad, mom, and at least 4 children under the age of 10. I say at least because their house is more like a revolving door of relatives. They have other family members over almost every day, many with children of their own, so even after 5 years, I honestly have no idea how many kids actually live there. All I know is that 4 is the bare minimum. Now, I understand kids make noise. I really do. During the day, I have no problem with the sound of children playing, laughing, even the occasional argument or a crying spell. That's life. But the situation here is something entirely different. The parents seem to have no control whatsoever, and worse, they've stopped even trying. The kids run wild through the house, shouting, singing at the top of their lungs, slamming doors, pounding up and down the stairs like they're in a race. And this doesn't stop at 8 or 9 p.m. like you'd expect in most homes. Sometimes it goes on until midnight. Sometimes 1 in the morning. And on more occasions than I can count, I've been lying in bed, staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., listening to the chaos next door. The most infuriating part? The parents don't even try to calm them down. They don't shush them, tell them it's late, or usher them to bed. They just ignore it. My husband and I have asked, politely at first, less politely after months of sleepless nights, for them to try to keep it down, especially on weeknights. Every time, we get the same dismissive excuses. We've got family over. It's the school holidays. It's the weekend. Or my personal favorite, it's not even that late. One said at 10:45 p.m. about kids under 10. It's not just inside noise either. They often come home very late, sometimes after midnight, and instead of quietly ushering the kids inside, they let them run up and down the street shouting to each other, still wound up from wherever they've been. Then the party continues indoors. I've even seen mom or dad sitting alone in their car, parked right outside, scrolling on their phone in blissful silence while the kids wreak havoc inside. Not both parents, never both, just one, hiding out for some peace while the other is left to handle things inside. Spoiler: handling things usually means ignoring them. There was one night my husband and I are certain they left all the children home alone. We didn't see either parent all evening, and they didn't get back until after 11 p.m. on a Saturday. But of course, we don't have proof. Property damage. The chaos hasn't stayed within their own walls. Over the years, their kids have broken 2 of my back garden walls, 2 of my front garden walls, and both my front and back gates. I caught them multiple times swinging on the gates like they were some sort of playground ride. I told them to stop. I told their parents to tell them to stop. But nothing changed, and eventually, the inevitable happened. The gates snapped, the walls cracked. When I confronted Dad, furious, he just shrugged and said, "You have no proof." The toll on my health, the late nights and early mornings are destroying me. My health relies on rest, and right now I'm not getting it. My pain flares are worse. My fatigue is constant. The stress of anticipating the next night of chaos is almost as bad as the noise itself. I've stopped being able to relax in my own home. And it's not just the kids. A lot of nights, the adults join in the screaming. Right now, as I write this, it's 10 p.m. on a Thursday. They are all shouting at each other. One child is having a full-blown tantrum. Something heavy just hit a wall, and I can hear little feet pounding back and forth, like a drumbeat in my skull. What we've tried. We've called the police. We've contacted the council, multiple times. We've tried reasoning with them face to face. But nothing changes. The second we step away, it's like the conversation never happened. The worst part? I chose not to have children in part, so I could have peace in my life when I needed it. And yet, here I am, unable to find a moment of peace in my own home because of other people's kids. So, am I the whole if I call CPS? Because at this point, it's not just about noise. It's about children who appear to have no boundaries, no routine, and parents who seem completely indifferent to where they are, what they're doing, or who they're disturbing.